Okay, so today we are going to start with a new topic, um, that is DSA. Okay, so what is DSA? We'll discuss that first, and then we'll see how we can. Um, so we are going to. Hi, Sharmila.
Hi.
Yeah, so I have just started the working with DSA. So DSA is uh, data structure and algorithms, right? This is basically data structure is basically it's called a programming means an understanding of different kinds of data structure, how data is being followed at various levels, and then how you can process it in the bigger terms. So, and it is very important for understanding of the programming. So the whatever programming you have used so far, you have used the Python programming. So we are going to implement those things on extensive level. Okay, so that you can have a better practice on the logical building and implementations. Okay, so now the question comes is why we do need this data structure. Why normal programming is not sufficient for this? The question is why we are going to implement this. So the answer to this is um, first of all, when we study the normal programming, in normal programming, what we do is we do the continuous continue continuous memory allocation. Okay, we do the CNTI and okay, we do the continuous memory allocation. So in continuous memory allocation, suppose there is one value which has been stored at suppose 100 location. So next element will be at 101 location and 102 location. Okay, so this method can be useful, but what happens? Let's suppose we have uh, data like this. We have data storage like this, and we have a data storage like this. Now let's say we have different blocks over here. So this is one block, two block, three block, four, five, six, seven. So we have basically eight partitions over here. And let's say I am making some more partition over here at this side. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. ओके, ये हमारे पास 8 by 8 का एक दिस वी हैव अ block of 8 by 8 over here. Okay. Now what happens is one array came let's suppose we have array array one is there, and this array is of position suppose array size is, let's say this is 10. So it is integer type. So for it will store it will take 20 bytes. Then we have array 2. It is of again integer type, and 15 values are there. So it will take 30, let's say 30 bytes, right? So 20 bytes means now it will take the values like one means these are the eight, Okay, then 8, 8, this is 8, 8, 16, 16 and 4. This is like this. Okay, now let's say smaller. I'm not taking this one. I'm taking a smaller one where it needs let's say 8 integer values. So 8 into 2, it will require 16. So 16 memory blocks are here. So this is 1 and this is 2. It has taken these two memory blocks. Okay, now now let's say we have total allocation of one is taking 20 and another one is taking 16. So we have now total 36 blocks are already used, and since total blocks are 64, right? So we have the remaining block is of 36 is minus, we do minus. So we have the availability of 28 blocks over here. Okay, now a new array comes, and this array says that I need to allocate, let's say, um, 10 more integer values over here. Okay, so 10 more integer value would require 10 into 2, 20 blocks. Okay, now you have total availability of 28 blocks. The new array requires 20 blocks. So ideally, we we can locate this 20 in under this 28, but practically if you see, so in practically you have availability of one block is 12 and 14, means two continuous blocks. So one block is of 16 and another block, 8, no, one block is of 12 and another block is of 16. So you have the availability of two blocks of 12 and 16 over here. Okay, and actually you need 20. So you have the availability of 28, but you cannot store 28 now. Understood? Are you able to follow? Yeah, Milan, Priyanka.
The last part, can you repeat? 12 and
Okay,
16.
so yeah, so let me do this again. So what's happening is we have already a array. This is array 1, which is taking 20 blocks. We have another array 2, which is taking, let's say, 16 blocks. Okay. So total, we have total blocks 64, right? So and is occupied is 20 plus 16, that is 36 blocks. Okay. So available is 64 minus 36. We have availability of 28 blocks, right? Now new array. So let's say array 3. Array 3 needs 20 blocks, right?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Array 3
Yes.
needs 20 blocks, and we have the availability of one is 12 blocks and another one is of 16 continuous blocks. So these are the continuous blocks. And array 3 also needs the continuous block. Okay. So array 3 needs these 20 blocks, but we don't have the availability of 20 continuous blocks. We have, although we have the position of 28 blocks, but there is no space for 20 continuous blocks. So we can say there is no space available for 20 continuous blocks. Okay. So in spite of being availability of 28 blocks, we cannot allocate the 20 blocks for this array 3. We have the memory more available more than 20, but we don't have the 20 continuous blocks. So now we cannot store this part in this memory. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So because of this, Because of these things, there comes a new concept of dynamic programming. So, in this entire field, we are going to discuss this dynamic programming part. So, in this dynamic programming, what we'll do is we will create a structure. We will create a structure which can the store one data at multiple locations, right? So we'll create a structure where means a facility where we will be able to store this at multiple location. Means one element, let's say one element will store at let's say will store at here, another element will store at here, third element will store at here, fourth element will store at here, fifth element will store at here, sixth element will store at here. So and these all will be connected. So the so let's say if this is the first one, so it will contain the address of this second location. This is the second element. Second element will store the address of third element. Then third element will store the address of this fourth element. Fourth will be considering the address of this fifth element, and fifth element will be consisting the address of this sixth element. So like this, in a form of link, this all will be connected together. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, yes.
Any doubt? Hmm? Any doubt? Is this clear?
Yes, Kushal.
Okay. Sorry. Uh, Okay, so now we'll move to our main programming part. So here, what we are going to discuss in our programming. Um, so this was till now we were using. Now we'll do this dynamic programming part. So the things that we are going to discuss, first of all, we will be discussing the you both are familiar with this environment, so don't worry. We are going to so we will be first of all discussing um, where it is yeah. First of all, we'll be starting the with arrays. Okay. With after the arrays, once arrays are completed, in array we'll see some algorithms of searching and sorting. Okay. So there are different kinds of searching and sorting algorithms are there. So we'll study basically um, linear and binary search. Okay, we'll see this, and in sorting, we'll study four, five types of sorting like selection sort, bubble sort. Then we'll see insertion sort, and then we'll see quick sort and merge sort. All these things we'll discuss. And just remember, you need a good practice for this. Okay. Till now, whatever you did, that may be helping for this. But here, if you will not practice, because lot of logical implementations are there, so you are slowly proceeding towards the engineering part, right? So in the engineering part, you need to do lot of algorithm processing, right? I'll demonstrate each and everything step by step over here by making program in front of your eyes. I'll make my own program and you have to understand. But remember, you don't have to depend on me for this programming. Okay? You have to practice. You have to make your own program. You have to make implementation of your own logic. Then only you will be able to do this. Okay? Okay, so now let's start with the array. So let's say arrays. So what is arrays? Arrays. So what is arrays? Arrays, when we see the arrays, array is basically um, collection of same data types. Okay. Till now, we have studied about the list. We have studied about the tuple. We have studied about the set and dictionary. So in all those data types, what we did was it was taking different kind of data in Python list also, in tuple also, everywhere. It was storing the different kind of data. But when we talk about the arrays, arrays are basically they are taking the same type of data. Now you cannot give the different types of data in the array. Okay, that is one thing. Okay, so when you have to implement the array, you have to import a package, that is import arrays, import array as an. I am taking just array as this parameter. Okay, and why I am taking this an is because one thing, if you execute this, sometimes there might be error because array package is an external package. So if array comes, what you can do is you can simply write a statement of um, pip install, and you can write a array. Okay, so once you do this and you execute this, so it will execute. So it will do some processing in your system, so so that it can install that in your system. Okay, let me. Why it is not working? Yeah, it is already there in my system. That's why it is giving this error. It is already there in my system. Okay, if error comes in your system, just try to reinstall that and you will be able to do that. Okay, now how we are going to create an array. So to create an array, what you have to do, you have to simply write array. So ARR, I am creating first array. Okay, and here I have to give an dot array. This is the function that is being used to create the array. Okay, so now here what you have to do is, first of all, so let me write the syntax over here. Create an array. So to create array, what you have to do is you have to give the array name, whatever the name you want to give. Then here an dot array is the common thing you have to write. This is the keyword. Then what you have to do is you have to give the type code first. Okay. So type code is basically if I define this type code. Type code is basically a character used to determine the data type of the elements in array. Okay. So this type code will be used for the determining. So suppose if you want to if you want to create the integer array, you have to write the I, you have to write I over here. Okay, and then the next thing is initializer. So initializer you have to use, so you can write it initializer, right? So initializer is initializer. So initializer is basically it is a value which can be with which array can be initialized. A value to be initialized in array means whatever the element you want to give. So if suppose if you want to give a list over here, you can give a list. So suppose let's say I am doing um 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? I have given these elements. Now this array is created. Okay, with this array will be created. Any doubt? Okay, so here I am using this I is used to determine that array is integer array. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Please keep on responding. Then only I can understand that I am teaching to the living people. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now this array is created, right? If you want to create, uh, if you want to create character array, okay. So for character array, what you have to do, uh, char array, and I am using here an dot array. This will be as it is. Only the type code will be changed, right? So you can use type code over here. It's you. Okay, and here you can give one value or multiple values. So if you want to give just one value, you can give at like this Python. Okay, this is the just one value. Okay, so you can create that value as well. Okay, so I have just executed this. So now we'll see how we can use this. So if you want to suppose I'm printing print type of first underscore this is first underscore array and comma first underscore array. I am printing over it over here. Okay, so you can see here, this is now array, right? I have supplied this list over here. This has list over here, but actually with this an dot array, it has been converted into the form of array, right? So if alone also, if you want to print, you can print it like first dot array, and you can see here, you can see here, this is printing as this first dot array. Okay, so this type is array. In the same way, if you want to print the character array, you can print that also. So print type of char array, and here I'm giving char underscore array. Okay, so you can see here this is printing the value which I have given. Okay, understood? Any doubt?
No.
So uh, any doubt?
No.
No, no.
No.
Okay. So we have various core types are there. So what those types are? What other core types you can use over here? Various type codes. So you can use here like number one, what is integer I? You can use it for integer. Okay. Then another one we have just used U. You can use for character. Okay. Then there is D. D is for float for 8 decimal points. Okay. Then points B. Then apart from that, you can use F and you can use B. So F you can use for a float for 4 decimal points. Okay, and we we are then you can use this B. B is for signed integer. Signed integer. So you may not require all these things very much. Mostly we'll be using the integer in case of this array and all. Okay, so this we are okay. Is this clear? So these are the various type codes are there. You can use these type codes for your um, use. Okay. Now, when you have to move from one place to another place in the array, what you can do is to move from. So, when I talk about the array, so um, yeah, so arrays use same index values as in you are using in list or um, tuple, right? So as you were using these things in tuple, that in the same way it can be used for here as well. Okay, so it's like here we have first array. So we have first underscore array. You can use it like 0, right? So first by RST, RST. So you can see first array of 0. So first element of this is 3. So you can see here, right? You can print multiple elements. So print first array of 0, or I am printing first underscore array of, let's say I'm printing at third location. So you can see it is printing 3. Okay, you can see this first element is this, and the third element is this. Okay, so like this, you can print whatever values you want, right? Understood?
Yes.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay. Now we'll try to insert new element into the array, right? So insert new element in the array, right? So when we'll insert a new element, um, so we'll just use insert statement. So first underscore array. This is the array that we have. Now we have to insert a value. So we'll use dot insert over here. Okay. With insert function, what we have to do is, first of all, we have to give at what index, right? So I'll just write a syntax for this. So syntax for insert function. So first of all, array name you will give, then dot, then here insert name, then here you have to give the index value first, and then you have to give the element that is to be inserted. Okay. So by this, you can insert the values. So let's say I have now in this array, suppose 3, 4, 5, 6. So at second index, so second index will be this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. At second index, you want to insert a new value, right? So what we'll do is a new value will come here and 5 will move to the further index. Okay, so here I am giving, say at second index, I am inserting, let's say 11. I am inserting this new value. Okay, now what will happen is like we'll print first underscore array. So let's insert this. So you can see here 11 is inserted over here, and the further elements are shifted one index further. So element inserting 11 at index 2. Okay, by this element, not here, it will be here. Okay, so by this insert function we are inserting a new element, at certain position. Okay. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? Yes, no. Okay. Now, if you want to update any element in the array. Okay. So let's say um, we have this element, let's say sixth at certain, this is 0, 1, 2, 3 at fourth index, right? At fourth index, this six is there. I want to change this six to 66, right? So simply what we'll do is first underscore array of 4 is equal to, I'm giving just 66. Okay, that's it. So by this, you can update any element. That's very simple. Just you can update it like this. Okay. By this, like this, you can update any element in the array. Okay. If now let's say like other data types, if you want to insert something that do not support this data type, let's say at the third index, I am inserting value 3, right? So it is also, we are doing the same thing, but if I execute this, you can see here, it is clearly saying that an integer is required. This is a string, right? This is a string, but for here, integer is required because we defined the data type of this over here. So this is integer. So because of this, it cannot insert this element into this array. Understood? Is this clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Now, if you want to remove any element, so you can remove that element as well. So for that, suppose first underscore array, and I want to remove 66 from here. Just remove, and we'll give that value over here, right? So we can give that value any existing element from
It's
the
66.
okay, and
It's six.
yes, I'll convert this understood array. Let's try if I'm giving an element which do not exist and I'm trying to remove that from here. So let's see if I'm just removing. So here it is telling that x is not in array. Okay, so if you provide any such value, it will generate an error. So you have to keep that in mind. Okay, so now this is removed and 666 is removed from here, and you can see the remaining area over here. Is this clear?
Yes.
Clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then there is a function called index function. So first of array and dot index. So what it does is, suppose if I am giving index at 4, so it will return me the value, how many times this particular value is there, right? So sorry, this in this index returns at which index this particular element is. So it basically returns the index of given value. Okay, let's say if I say the index of 8, so it will give you index value as 5. Okay, index of any given value. Okay, any doubt in this? Any doubt in this?
No, sir, I'm good.
Is it easy so far? Yes. So now we'll see how we can use this array in a, with the looping. So I hope you all remember the looping. So we can use this array. So for items for just items in first underscore array as we did in the list. The as we were doing in the list in the same way you can apply same thing over here. I'm just using print item and um, sorry items. Okay, so you can see here it is printing all the elements inside the array one by one. Okay, and in the same way if you want to implement with the location, so location comma I um in numerate and I'm giving this first underscore array and this all we have already discussed, so I'm not again going into the details of it. I'm just giving this location loc um, equal to loc comma val comma val is equal to, and I'm giving this val over here, I over here, and I'm just closing this. I'll close this. Okay. So with this, you can implement this location 0 and this 1, 2, 3, 4 location and value printed like this. Okay. Is this clear to everyone? In the same way, if you want to append an element, append, append means insert a new element at the last. So you can do that. So here first underscore array dot append, and I am appending let's say 101 over here. So I'll just print first underscore array, right? So you can see one new element is added at last. Okay, understood. This is the same as what we did in the list. So if you insert one element at the last, you can use append function. So next is extend function. So extend function is to insert multiple elements at the last first underscore array. Same as what you did in the list. You can use extend function over here, and in this you can give um, 55, 22, 33, adding these four elements in one shot, what we did in the list. Uh, okay, so this is how you can add multiple elements. Clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Is this clear?
sir. So this step will always be in the end. It
Sorry?
will, extend will always add elements in the end.
Yes, whatever, if you are using append or extend, both are adding the element at the end only.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And then we have already seen the remove function also in this. So remove, you can remove that element. Whatever the element you will give, it will remove it from there. Okay. Any doubt? Now, let's. Now you both have studied the while loop.
Yes.
Do you remember the while loop? Both? Do you remember the while loop? If I want to print the elements of array using while loop, so we have already done this using for loop. If I want to print all the elements using while loop, what we can do? What code we can write? Tell me. Anyone?
What you want to do? You want to print
Sorry?
count is equal to 0.
Mm, tell me again. Count is equal
Count.
to 0. Count is equal to 0. Okay.
Okay. What you want to print?
I want to print all the elements of the array. All these elements.
While
While
count to print everything.
Priyanka, you can also contribute.
Sir, we can use range function.
Range function.
Sir, like while I less than length of range of array
Less
or length
than
of array,
length of
and
first underscore array. Okay.
then
Then
print
uh,
array and inside brackets
first array
in square
of
brackets.
I. Okay. And then I plus is equal to 1. So here instead of count, we'll use I because we have used I everywhere. That's why I'm changing. You can make name of count also. Count everywhere. Count you can use. Yes, good. Okay, so by this, like this, we can print all the elements using while loop. So just remember, I'll be asking lot of questions because now you need the practice of all these things. Okay, I'll be keep on asking all these questions again and again so that you can run your mind and you can do all these things. Okay, now let's say I have to print the entire array in reverse order. So how we can do? If I have to print all the elements in the reverse order. How we can do that? Simply reverse array will take. This was there in list also. You can do this here as well. So here simply first underscore array, and here I'll just do double quotes -1. Okay, and just I'll print reverse array. Okay. So you can see here now the entire array is printed in reverse order. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't want to store this anywhere, so since I have just stored in the reverse array, but you don't want to store it anywhere, just you want this array itself to show in the reverse order. So simply what you can do is first underscore array dot reverse. Simple. Okay. So once you will reverse this, I'll just print first underscore array. I'll do it in separate cell, otherwise it will not show because it will be doing twice. Okay, so here I have executed this and I'm executing this again. If I execute, so it has come to the original position. If again once I did this and I am printing this, so now you can see it is reversed. Okay, so it is reversed. Second time you execute it, it will come in at the original order. Again you'll do, it will reverse. Again you will do, it will come back into the original order. Right? Understood?
Yes.
Hello? Any
Yeah.
doubt? Okay. So like this, you can do the reversal. Right? Now, if you want to do to apply the elements that are there in the um, list, if you want to apply over here, so you can do that as well. Okay, so for example, why now there are few things like there is sorting of the array is there. Okay, sorting of the array. So sorting is you both know arranging the list in ascending or descending order. Okay, arranging the list in either ascending or descending order. Okay, so how we can do that? For example, if we have now first I'm taking first underscore array and I'm applying this sort over here. Okay, so just if I want to apply this sort over here, so what it will do is uh, um, just I'll print first underscore array. Okay, so you can see here it is telling me that sorting is not possible. This function is not possible. Why this function is not possible? Because this is an array and sort is a function of list. Okay, so since this is a function of list, you cannot implement the function of list over here. So what we have to do is you have to um, convert convert array into list. Convert the array to the form of list. So how we can convert is we can use first underscore array dot to list, right? So once I converted to list, uh, what will happen is now if I print first underscore array, so you can see here now this is converted uh, to means this is not straight away converted to list because this data type we defined in the in the array form, right? So what you have to do is you have to take a name. So here con converted first array. Okay, I am just taking that name and this name I am printing over here. So let's say if I print this first array, first underscore array, and I'm printing this. You can see the different patterns in both. So this is the array and this is the list. Okay, just I'll put array is okay, and here list is this understandable? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. So now once I have converted this convert array to list, now you can apply the list operation over here. So what we'll do is convert first array dot sort. Okay. Once I'll do this sorting, now I can do this convert underscore first array first array. I'm converting this. So what we'll do is this okay, sorry, okay. So now you can see this. This is sorted now, right? When this is sorted, so now what you can do is now we have to convert list back to array. Okay, so now what I'll do is sorted array is equal to, and here what I'll do is array, and again the same thing I, and here give the name. So this is the array. So now when I'll print this sorted array, you can see here, uh, oh sorry, an dot array. Okay, this is the package, right? So now you can see this array is into the sorted order now. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt?
Oh,
Clear है सबको? No. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So I hope this is the starting point for you. You must get familiar with all these things that we have discussed so far. I'll share this code, whatever I am using in the class every day for your reference so that you can have your own notes. And but I always recommend you can take my notes or these programs as a reference, but try to create your own program, your own version. Okay. Now,
okay.
lot of programming, lot of logical implementations will be there. You have to be with the implementation.